afternoon, hours after the Omaha City Council voted to repeal city codes pertaining to firearms in order to comply with the state's new permitless concealed carry law, Mayor Jean Stothert signed an executive order prohibiting concealed weapons on city property. The city's flurry of activity regarding concealed weapons is to make sure the rules are in place before Nebraska's new law allowing permitless concealed carry goes into effect on Saturday. Our Johan Marin is on this story, and we'll have much more coming up on Live at 5.